morning, dear students. I, Professor Basuraj Kuluche, welcome you all for today's lecture of Company Law and Secretarial Practice. This is module number 1, video number 6. In previous class, we have discussed the two types of companies, classification of companies under two types. That is, number 1, we saw the companies based on number of members. Under that, private company, one person company, and public company. And after that, we saw companies based on liabilities, under which companies limited by shares, companies limited by guarantee, and unlimited companies. Today, we shall see the other companies or other type of companies which have not been covered in those two types. Under which the first type of company is foreign company. As the name suggests, foreign company is owned by foreigners, and an entity which is registered as foreign company when foreign participation is shareholding or having more than 50% business shares. Registered outside India, find it most accessible way to set up business in India. Such businesses are registered as Indian subsidiary or foreign company, wherein the foreign company is having more than 50% of shares under control by some foreign company or foreign individuals. At that point of time, such a company is known as foreign company. Then next we have Section 8 company. It is registered as company under Section 8 of Indian Companies Act, hence known as Section 8 company. It is registered for charitable purpose and as non-profit organization. Such company specially or enjoy special status and certain exemptions as it is registered as Section 8 company. One thing to remember, that a company, if it is registered under Section 8 of Indian Companies Act, a special approval from respective authorities is required, stating that this is a charitable company or charitable purpose company or non-profit organization company. This type of company which is registered under Section 8 of Indian Companies Act is known as Section 8 company. Then next is producer company. A producer company is basically a company registered to deal with the primary production of its active member related to farming. The main objective includes production for selling and exporting also. Here, the main objective of that company is to produce products. So it is known as producer company. A producer company is registered with 10 or more members being producers, or any 2 or more producer institutions or its combination. Unlike any other company, the liability of its members is limited to the extent of unpaid share capital by its members. The producer company is deemed to be a private limited company under this act, that is Indian Companies Act. However, the shareholder or the number of members does not apply to the same. The next is small company. Here, small company is a special status given to registered companies. You are not required to incorporate a new company, but it is a status it drives because of its financial and other positions. A company is said to be small company if it has certain conditions. That is, it should not be a public company. The paid up share capital should not exceed 50 lakh rupees. The turnover of such a company should not exceed 2 crore rupees, as per profit and loss account for the immediately preceding financial year. And further, this does not apply to any holding or subsidiary company, Section 8 company, or any company governed by a special act. If the company is having these conditions, then we can call it as a small company. That is, first condition, it should not be a public company. Second condition, the paid up share capital should not exceed 50 rupees. The turnover should not exceed 2 crore rupees in the immediate preceding financial year, and further should not have been applied under subsidiary company or Section 8 company or a special act generated or a special company which is governed by a special act. If these things are not there, then we can call it as a small company. The next type of company is subsidiary company. Subsidiary company refers to, it is a company which other company controls the composition of its board of directors, or it's more than 50% of voting power. In case where 100% voting power are held by single holding company, the subsidiary is known as wholly owned subsidiary of the holding company. When one company is having more than 50% of shares in some other company, that type of company is known as subsidiary company. Then next is holding company. Holding company is a company having controlling power or majority of voting power of another company, that is a subsidiary company. The holding company is also known as a parent company. Any company which is having full control over the controlling of any company is known as holding company. These are some of the important types of companies. Apart from that, there are other companies such as, say, chartered companies. These companies are incorporated by a special charter granted by the King or Queen of England. Such companies are rarely found nowadays as trading companies, but the granting of charter to public bodies is not uncommon in England. It may be noted here that a chartered company is regulated by the charter incorporating in the Companies Act, and it does not apply to it. The charter contains some conditions, and if any condition is violated, the charter is withdrawn back. Bank of England, East India Company are the best example of charter companies. Then next is statutory company or corporations. Includes a company incorporated which the central government may be or may by notification specify in behalf. Here these type of companies are known as statutory companies. Then the government companies is also one type of company under section 2 subsection 45 of the Indian Companies Act. A government company means a company in which 51% or more paid up share capital is held by the central government. These type of companies are known as government companies. For example, HAL, HMT, ITI, IDPL, etc. So these are the some of the companies which are, say, prevailing in our country, and types of companies under which one more is remaining, that is banking companies. Means banking company as defined in clause C of section 5 of the Banking Regulation Act 1949. Any company registered under that is known as banking company. So these are the types of companies which we should remember. A question may come for your examination saying explain the type of companies for 10 marks. At that point of time you should write these points and explain those points in a proper way. So with this we shall stop in today's class. If you have any doubts, questions, queries, you all can feel free anytime to contact me and get your doubts cleared. Today we shall stop here. Thank you. Good day.